3 random words, 2 additional challenges equal 1 movie pitch. This is Scripty Business. We take on random words and challenges to make the best movie possible. We get 5 minutes with 3 random words to come up with a rough movie idea. Then we spin our Wheel of Doom to throw a curveball into the mix. After 20 minutes with this added challenge, we spin the wheel for another prompt for an extra 20 minutes. After the time is up, one of us has to summarize what the hell this movie is and deliver it to you in just 5 minutes. It's chaos, it's risky, it is Scripty Business.
There's an insanely famous movie.
Many.
That just, so many. This one revolutionized the sci-fi world. And it was actually shot in Sydney, Australia. Despite it being set in like a massive metropolis, it's shot in Sydney, which is crazy what they ended up, like how they managed to make the city look the way that it was. But it also has a really, really famous piece of like graphic design that's on all of the computers, right? But the scrolling text that appears it's meant to look like junk. Like it's meant to just look like computer code, but it is actually just a series of sushi recipes.
Shut up.
Repeated over. Yeah, seriously, that's what it was. That's what all the text that scrolls across their screens is in green. Right, it's just sushi recipes.
Is it what?
Over and over
In like Wingding's font or something? Then, like, because
no, it's in Japanese. Dude.
Wait, it's
Have you not
is it?
paid attention?
No, I never
Have you not seen
recognized.
it? Oh yeah, the scrolling on the screen is Japanese,
I've never.
and it's just sushi recipes.
Well, there you go. That shows again how little I know about the world to have done Japanese lessons in school and still not recognize Japanese text in a huge movie that's a part of a series of 4, if I'm not mistaken. Am I picking up what you're putting down?
Yeah, it's 4.
Hey.
It's 4 now.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm with
It was
you.
like originally 1, and then they expanded it to 3, and then
Yes.
like decades later they brought out the 4th one.
Which I haven't seen because everybody says it's shit.
Oh, it's not worth saying, man. It's just meh.
Do you know
Doesn't
what?
add anything to it.
Do you know what's worth seeing though? Whatever the hell movie we come up with at the end of this hour.
Hell yeah!
Yes. Back at it again. It is your week to salvage.
Unfortunately, that is a fact.
To salvage whatever the hell we come up with.
Only good shit, dude. What are you talking about? We only come up with gold on the show. We're magic. We're magic people.
We salvage gold. We come up with a lot of shit though in
How
the process.
dare you? I will hear nothing bad about the ideas that we come up with, okay? Fast and Furious in a supermarket sells tickets.
I'm still not happy
Okay.
about that episode, and you know that. I think we'll
Hot Wheels, dude.
Yeah, sure. I'm still not happy about it. We're going to give ourselves that 5-minute timer to come up with something from 3 words. Murray, you ready for the 3?
Oh my god, yeah. Hang on. Do I have paper yet? Hit me.
Okay, we have... Book. Hot, as in
Okay.
a high temperature, and intransigent, which is unwilling to change one's views or to agree about something. So I'm going to call it stubborn. Yeah? Let's just go with stubborn. Timer starts now. A hot book.
Okay.
A hot book.
Okay.
I'm seeing like a hot book.
This is where I go immediately. It's a living book, right? An animated living book that is erotica. It's an erotica book, and it's like super stubborn, and it refuses to change its views on the world. And this is kind of like a moral journey for the book to like come around and find friendship.
Is the book
That's
just
where I'm at.
is the book just hang on? Can we make it that the book is just like adamant that missionary position is the only one and the best? And it's like a sexual awakening for this animated book?
Okay, so it's kind of like it's a living Kama Sutra book, is that?
Yeah, it's a living Kama Sutra book, but it hasn't figured out that it's the Kama Sutra yet. It's basically the Bible at this stage.
Is it Kama Sutra or is it like erotica? Like, you know, like a dodgy Amazon erotica?
See, this is the thing. The words
Or like
that,
a 50 Shades of Grey?
the words that we get given come with definitions that I read out, and the definition of the word hot is having a high temperature. That's specifically what it's given us. I feel obligated to go
Yeah,
the
but that's the
temperature route.
dictionary definition. But we can use the slang, surely. The word is a word. It's interchangeable.
All right, fine. It's a sexy book. It's sexy. It looks good. Paper cuts
Or
be
we
damned.
can make, like the content of the erotica is set in a volcano. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yes. No. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh, shit.
That's it. Okay. It is. Okay. It's like a sexy erotica about a cult who throw people into the volcano to sacrifice them to, I don't know, the giant snake or the demon or whatever that lives inside there,
Giant
so that
snake,
it doesn't
phallic.
erupt.
Yep.
Great. So we're just making Dan to Dan huge.
I'm fine with that.
Right? But one of the cult people falls in love with one of the sacrifices inside the book and doesn't want to burn them. That's what the erotica book is about.
I want
And
to.
it
I want to
informs
yes
the
and
entire
you.
book's personnel.
I
Yeah,
want to
God,
yes
please.
and you.
Yes,
Also
sir.
yes,
Please.
but can we steer clear of cults? Because we've done an episode on that already this season. So I feel like we're retreading.
Fine.
However, maybe this was a book that belonged to a cult and it's been unearthed a la like Jumanji or some shit. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a
Is it
history.
still a cult if it's like a religious thing like Apocalypto? That's like more like a religious belief?
Yeah, let's go
than it
that.
is a cult?
Let's go that route. Like it's an ancient text. It's an ancient tome about
I mean, this
these
is just the content of the
sacrifices.
erotica. I feel like this is set modern time.
Yes.
But like the
correct.
content of the erotica informs the book's personality.
Oh yeah, the book's animated. Oh god, okay.
The book is animated.
Maybe the book is like the spirit
book
of someone from
changes-
then.
Sorry, what'd you say? I just had a brilliant idea, and it. No,
I was
had a
just
brilliant
gonna, I was
idea.
gonna say
Go with somewhere else.
the book is it carries the soul of somebody from the time it was written, whether it's the cult leader or the chief or one of the sacrifices. Something went wrong, and it's got
yeah.
a soul in it. And
So,
that's
so
why
this
it's
is an
animated.
autobiography.
Ooh,
Is
like
that what you're saying? This is like based on fact. This is like the actual historical recounting of the event.
Well, maybe-
and the person's soul got trapped inside it. 'Cause
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is when the book's opinion changes, the story inside the book changes. But because it's so stubborn, the story
never
hasn't
changes.
changed.
Yeah, there's the stubbornness. Well, what if the book isn't what's stubborn? What if the book falls in the hands of like a straight cut, religious, sort of orthodox person, no sex before marriage or something?
And it's like a
they're
sexual
the
awakening for them. Yes, because you know how that's a very common trope of like the sexual frustration of ultra religious people in denial, right? We see that in media a lot, that they will do things like whip themselves or whatever. You know, like that's a very common trope. So what if it's that, but this book, this animated book, just like slowly convinces them to become deeply, deeply erotic?
And then it's like, are we going to do this as like a almost like a comedy of errors, where all the different things they involve themselves to at the pushing of the book is kind of fucked up or never quite works out? Like they go to an orgy thinking it's going to be huge and great because the book promised them that, or like they're open to trying it, but then it's just a bunch of fat people eating the buffet at the orgy and no one's actually fucking. Like multiple situations like that. And maybe the
almost-
book changes its mind. Maybe the book is stubborn about this person needing to do it and then realizes that in modern times, sex is not always as glorified as what it was when they were sacrificing virgins to a volcano god.
I like the bones of the idea, almost like the reverse, you know, like it's like when he doesn't heed the book's advice, that's when shit goes like horribly wrong.
I love it. Well, let's play around with that idea because that's the 5 minutes to come up with our
Oh my
general
God.
idea. We're going to spin the Wheel of Doom and we are given the curveball of it's a musical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
20 minutes.
Yes. This could not have been a better story for a musical. I swear to God, this is actually the most perfect thing I think I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. I've been horrified for so goddamn long about this Welsh. But now we get an animated book that's trying to turn an ultra-religious person into an erotic demon, and it's a musical. That's
Now-
every fucking good musical on the planet, Welsh.
Now, I got a real question before we get into it, and I don't know how well you'll be able to answer it. Are we doing a musical a la 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 Land, Annie, Mary Poppins, those sort of things, which is essentially a movie with visual effects and the rest of it? Or are we going Hamilton, like it's a stage musical cinematic experience?
I feel to do this thing fucking justice, it's gotta be like like was a Broadway show and now we're making it into like an actual, I think like Rocky Horror Picture Show, right?
Great.
That's where I go. Like it is absolutely a musical, but the musical stuff is like embedded deeply into the narrative.
I kind of love that if we go the route of the book learning that sex has turned into this, like, it's way too broad of a spectrum and not all sex is good to all people sort of thing. So it's like a complete flip of Rocky Horror, where they're opening themselves up to that world and being shown, like, there's a light over at the bloody place, whatever it is. But this is like, oh no! Since we went from sexing people and throwing them into volcanoes, this has turned into like piss play and furries and all this sort of stuff. So it turns into this like nightmare journey for this book that
that's very fun.
You know what I mean? Like it thinks that it knows everything about sex and it's the book and it's actually knows nothing.
I think the book, maybe what the book realized, or maybe what the book is adamant about is there is like one type of sex for every person on the planet. It's like you are a dom person, that's your sex. Or like you are a piss play person, that's your sex. Or you are like missionary only, that's your sex. And it's trying to find what this religious, like ultra religious person's sex is by exposing them to everything. Being like, you have to do everything once. And it's like, I don't want to. And it's like, you're gonna. It's like, I don't want to get pissed on. It's like, no, you'll like it. It's fine.
You may like it.
It's a whole song about golden
you may
showers,
like it.
you know,
Maybe.
like-
Oh my god, it's a book. Oh, it's a book. It's a book that goes through all these different types. So the movie is checking off each chapter in the book to find this person's sexual preferences or proclivities.
Amazing.
But then,
Yes. I
None of
have
them
a
fit.
huge question for you.
I thought you were going to say erection, but continue.
I do. I absolutely do. This idea is doing things for me. Sir,
Yes.
does the book bring the sexual world to life when you open up to that chapter? Like, is it like an enchanted book that you kind of
Yes.
go inside of? Like the
God,
never-ending
yes.
story?
God, yes. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good, good,
yes.
good.
Incredible. Yes. Holy
Okay, so every
shit, Murray.
chapter is a different kind of sex journey in a sexual world, whatever it is. And I think every chapter has to have its own like fucking banger song or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, okay. Every chapter has a song and every chapter has a dance and every chapter set in maybe a different era, like a different decade. And this book is actually the history of sex, right? But it was published in like 2000. So we get to the end of all the chapters and it doesn't know what it is. And then that's when the book is taken on a medley journey of all these new fetishes and things that have come out in a short space of time, like it has.
That is actually one of the songs. That's one of the songs. I think that whole medley experience, like it's a brave new world. You know, like Aladdin, it's a whole new world.
A whole new world.
Indescribable feeling.
Oh my god, this is
For the
so
book, and I
dumb.
think the book goes on a journey, and the book is like, what?
Yeah.
Your definition of sex is so much broader. And it's like, I think it has like a kink positive song about going through all of those like different forms of modern age sex play.
Yep. Okay. So we're really settling on this. The book is stubborn.
Yes.
The book is one of these chapters is going to work for you, and we're going to go through every single chapter in the book, and then the book basically asks the person at the end, "So what do you like? What do you say, gal? Like, which is your flavor?" And then they're like, "Well, you haven't actually covered everything, though. There's so much more." And then it's like, "When were you published?" And then they go through the pages like, "You were published in 2001? Honey, sit down." And then it comes in with
24 years.
yeah, it comes in with like, you know, there's a Shrek
I-
fetish since you were published. Get in my swamp.
No, I don't want to know about no Shrek. No, you choose from the chapters. That's what we.
No, I think the book is stubborn right up to the point that it finds out there is more to
It's
this than
incomplete.
it knows.
It's
yeah.
incomplete,
And then
yeah.
it gets like overwhelmed by it. And then the resolution has to be, you don't have to pick one. Like there is,
Yes.
it's a spectrum and you move along it as you please.
Yes.
In the 70s,
Yes,
you might
yes,
have been
yes,
into
yes.
group sex and swinger parties. And now in 2005, you jerk off on OnlyFans. You know, like there's such a different thing. And you
Totally.
get paid
And
for it.
yeah, and I think there's a really lovely chance to explore like gender ideas will probably be like one of the songs
Mm-hmm.
and like different ways of viewing sexuality. because again, like you said, it's sliding scale, it's fluid. Like there would be a lot of that kind of stuff in there as well for them to explore. I love this idea that you've got at the end, but I think the book is like, okay, choose one, and they're like, none of these work for me, and they're like, no, you have to choose one. It's like, none of these work for me, and that's when the book has the crisis, because it's like, you have to choose one, you must choose one, and she's like, are we saying that is it a female lead or is it a male lead, or is it a female and a male lead?
Oh, let's go female and a male. Let's go like it's I don't want to say it's a couple. Maybe they're like college students that are doing something and they find this dusty book in the back of the library, and that is what spurs on this musical sexual exploration, and it can all be like based in the library, right? So like the actual like home base essentially for this journey is the point they pick up the book, and then the book is like like in a big like almost like Genie coming out of the lamp. It's like, all right, what have we got here? What are you two into? You don't know? Oh, started with Adam and Eve.
I want to yes and this so hard. I want to do the same, but like make it a church or something church related. Like it's the church library, and this is like the priest's book. This is like the priest's secret book that's like locked up in a chest or something. And these are like two young up and coming, like a priest and a nun or something like that, and they break into this room because they're looking for like a religious text, or like they're looking for something else, and they come across this book and they're like, what the fuck? And then they can't get rid of it because once they've woken up the book, it just like follows them like the mask. You know, he like throws away the mask and it just like circles back and comes back. Like they can't get rid of it. It's everywhere.
Okay, I'm so down to do this. If in the box that they find the book, it's like a scene where it's like dramatic music and like, what have you found? And then they pull out like a box and it has Jumanji written on it. It's like, I don't know, some old board game, and puts it down. What have you found? It's like this weird wooden mask. Yeah, throw that over there. And then we just like do a couple of references to this sort of thing so that like you have this build up for what's coming. It's gonna be one of those sort of things.
And then it's just a book.
Yes, it's a real dusty. Oh, maybe they blow it.
Do they pull out the Necronomicon and they're like, oh, no.
Yes. Close. Not quite what we're after. And then they find it. Okay, this is great. Yeah. This is so dumb and so good.
I immediately get like really strong
Book of Mormon vibes.
Danny DeVito in Hercules vibes. You know how he plays the satyr?
Yes,
that like trains Hercules. Like I feel like it's Danny DeVito in a satyr-like role.
Call me Phil.
As the book.
Sold. Yeah, the book is literally Danny DeVito. 100%.
Just be like, hey kids, I'm gonna train you really well to be sex demons. It's like, I want that too bad.
Oh, so hang on. So yeah, of course, because we've kind of got to harken back to what we did in the first 5 minutes. So this is a religious book, but maybe it's like again, it's like Aztec. It's ancient sort of recording, right?
It's a different kind of religion where they would have sacrificed.
Why would a priest have that in a box? Is it just like contraband?
It's either contraband or it's like this priest is like also
horny,
like horny, in denial, keeps it around as like a temptation.
Okay.
Or like uses it as like a fetish, not as in a sexual fetish, but like as in like a religious fetish.
Oh my god.
To like stay on the path.
Oh my god.
Of righteousness.
When Danny DeVito, the book pops up and he sees where he is and he looks around, he's like, huh, you guys aren't into little boys as well, are you?
I got a chapter on that, but I don't like opening it.
If the pages are stuck together from
they've been torn out
from the guy that lives here. Oh, that's in bad taste. Yes. Okay.
Maybe he
great.
should say, yeah. I like the idea where he's like, I ain't got a chapter on that.
Not anymore. That was the 1985 publication. I'm much younger than that. I think that's an important point. We should drop in that this is like, it sort of refers to itself of being like an updated version. Like I got everything. Like these parts have all been taken out of me, kind of thing. So that there is almost a build up to the reveal that it's still 25 years out of date, and there's a lot that's not in that. You know?
Yes. Yeah. I think what is also really important with this book is he's a super grody character, but the book itself is extremely positive, and it only contains positive sexual content in it. You know, like, do you know what I mean? Like nothing that would hurt people or harm anyone or is illegal or anything like that.
I hate that we've said that the book is like an animated book, because it would almost be more fun if the spirit is attached to the book. So they're reading passages from the book that are really positive and wholesome. And then, you know, he's like, yeah, a bunch of censor noises used to do that back in the 60s, but we killed them off. You know what I mean? Like it flips.
We had a revolution. We killed them.
It like pivots from this like really sex positive thing into him being like, whoa, no, don't get into that.
I think we can still do that. Or we just said that the book is animated, but we never said that it didn't contain multiple souls or whatever. It's just like, do you know what I mean? Like there could be like 10 or it's like, yeah, we had a revolution. We kicked Greg out. He's gone. We killed him.
Yeah. Okay. He's the index.
And that's how it updates itself. Maybe it kills ideas that are inside there, or like gives birth to new ideas. And I don't know that it was like published in 2001, but I think its last ritual was in 2001, and that's when it got updated.
Yes. And this is how they escape or defeat him at the end, is they overload the contents with the medley of all the extra shit that's come since then. So it almost
but
explodes.
I think the book grows though, right?
I like the idea of it. Okay, I'm okay with it being a book that grows and learns and nurtures. But the wording of having somebody like that stubborn word doesn't say that they have to come around. So it could almost be like a Beetlejuice situation where he's helping them, but there's a price or a cost, or like you are going to fit one of these things. And until you do, I'm never letting you go. You know what I mean? And then that's how they overcome him, is by overloading him with all this new content. And it's like, and then the book just explodes into like a million pages and they're all raining down around them.
What happens after the book explodes? Like, what are we trying to say?
That it's
once the book
that nobody knows everything about sex, and it's always going to keep growing and changing, and there is no defining thing that you have to assign yourself to. And maybe that's this awakening that they have, where they're like, you know what, like we actually know more options than people tell us we do, and like we are conscious of our choices and what we're allowed to say yes to. You know,
so
what
the
I mean?
book is the antagonist then, because the book says that you have to be one thing.
I kind of love that. Yeah, I think that's a great message.
I kind of dig it too.
Uh,
I'm excited to find out like what each one of these characters' sexy thing is.
So
You know,
okay,
like-
so you actually touched on that, where you were saying that there's like different souls or different characters. So how about DeVito is the contents page or the index, right? Which is why he knows all the different passages.
Yes,
and
he's the manager.
He's the manager. Yeah, he's the usher. And then each passage or chapter in the book has like a different persona that comes out, snaps their fingers, transforms them into 1969 and 69. That was completely unintentional. Oh my god!
Every year's just did 69. There's only 1 year in this.
It's 1969.
1869 or 1769.
But yeah, there's like a different character that comes out with a different musical number and tells them about why their chapter and their style is the best and why they should.
Oh my god, I love this so much. I've had two ideas that I'm desperate to tell you.
Please.
Okay, so when you were, I'm going to tell you the one I'm sold on, and then one that I will backtrack on. There absolutely has to be one of the songs in there about oral, but I want to go back to like the first like blowjob and the first cunnilingus ever performed in human history. And that's when they go back to it. It's like, this is the first time someone put mouth on genitals. And it's like an awakening story of like a revolution.
So, yeah,
I don't know why, but I absolutely have to have that in this movie.
I love this. Everything is like every sort of topic that they cover is a sexual revolution. It's like this change the game.
Yes.
We are,
yes.
break the mold. That's why we're the best. And yeah, there's oral
is,
sex, and then 69ing comes up afterwards. They're like, they just sucking one dick is good. Like, why don't you suck a dick while your dick gets sucked? And there's like, oh, and then, do you know?
Oh my god!
Are we gonna do it that the other characters of the other chapters sort of like linger on stage or on set, and they're like, oh my god, I never thought about doing that.
That's kind of
Giving
fun.
and receiving.
What? That's kind of fun.
Oh man.
Like they all attend each other's parties. There's this great podcast that I listened to a while ago called Kinky History, and it talks about like the history of like sex, and it was talking about anal sex, and how there was a book that existed. Oh my god, what was it? It was like a tome. It was like an evil demon's tome for like how to summon the demon of anal, and that's a
Wow.
real book that actually exists. And I think
Okay.
that we should definitely also have a song for that in this as well.
Now, question: the two
Yes, sir.
religious people that are in on this journey, what is their sort of mindset going through these different examples? Seeing as we need to sort of end it with them doing the medley of what's come after. Like, is it gonna be kind of eye-opening to them or confronting to them? Like, or maybe they Google something at the end, and then Danny DeVito's like, "Hey, what you got there? What's that?" Like, "Oh, this is a phone." It's like, "A phone? That's not a phone. It's way too small to be a phone." It's like, "Yeah, and it's got this thing called the internet, and I've just went on this website, Pornhub.com." Whoosh, and then like their phone like lights
There's a
up.
Pornhub song.
It's just all the categories, and it blows Danny DeVito away because that all the different tags.
There has to be a Pornhub song in here.
If it's not
We
Pornhub,
got to get that tune in.
I was just gonna say it needs to be a parody of that. Surely, they probably come aboard for something like this. I mean,
Totally.
Oh,
we
Christ.
get to be in.
okay, yeah. So it ends on internet porn, and that just destroys every
Yeah,
argument.
because
that
he's
the book
he's
had.
never heard of the internet before. That's amazing. Okay. Yes. With this, I think there's another little thing we've got to figure out, which is like, what is their relationship to sex and their persona and what they're training for? Like, are they no sex before marriage people, or are they just like, I'm celibate for life because I'm training for this particular religious doctrine? Because they're going to be different relationships, right? And do they try each thing, or do they go to do it and go, oh, I can't do it.
I don't.
I can't do this one.
I think that our characters should not be jacking each other off or fucking on set for the movie. I think
no.
you know what I mean. I think they don't do
But the story
anything.
needs.
I
the
don't
story-
think they.
But
do
you can like
anything.
fade to black it. You know, like the blowjob song ends, and then we start the next scene. And it's like, well, that wasn't for me. Like I tried it, and I didn't like it, or whatever.
Look, we absolutely have that option to go down. I'm not fully opposed to it. Just the way that I see this happening is almost a lot more not family friendly, but a bit more less sexual than what you'd believe it to be when it's a
Yeah, I don't-
musical
I don't
about
think
a
we're-
book of
I don't-
sex.
Think we're watching sex on stage as such, unless it's like in a really silly way.
I don't.
Because this could also be animated,
Oh, it could be.
but-
Damn it!
but I don't. It could
could
be
be.
animated, so it could be like Beauty and the Beast teacups, but they're like abstract penises and vaginas and whatever.
I feel like it's
but I
been done
do- I
before
think-
with Big Mouth, so I don't want to go that path.
Yeah, that's fair.
That
I
covers
don't
it.
think I think we don't see the sex on stage. I think we
Correct.
just have songs about blowjobs and like everyone's fully clothed, but they're doing the actions because that's the choreography of the dance number or whatever.
I think it would be Danny. Oh, so I keep calling it Danny. The index just steamrolling through. And like, what do you think? You want to go suck each other off? And they're like, I'm not really. I don't know. And he's like,
I
okay,
think they
next.
have to go on the journey. I think they have to go on the journey, otherwise the movie's very quick. You know what I mean? Like, and we don't get our dance numbers, so they have to like go into the blowjob world so
Yeah.
that we can hear the blowjob song with the blowjob sing and dance.
Time to figure that out in the next 20 minutes because the curved ball, the Wheel of Doom spin, works amazingly for this. I can't stress that enough. The characters are mostly played by the same actor. Danny fucking DeVito.
Oh my
plays
God.
Every chapter.
I'm the trash man. I'm a man cheater.
Okay.
Done. This entire wheel spin is moot. We can just
Okay,
keep
so
going with what we've already done.
Okay, so but this changes it that there's not a bunch of different souls in the book
No.
anymore. It's just Danny playing
The book.
a whole bunch of different characters.
Yes.
and they're more like he just brings the characters to life.
I can almost see this though. Like, have you ever seen The History of World or The History of World Part 2? Mel Brooks and then like Nick Kroll and that did it as a TV show.
Oh no.
It's a series of sketches and the rest of it, but it basically it just shows you through different examples of like historic moments. I could see a world where this movie is literally just an explanation of the different sexual things and how they came to be and like the time that it happened. So as much as he's trying to like sell them on this, like, yeah, this is a really good thing. Anal's the best thing ever at this point in your life. You know, like you got the loose butthole, you use it. You know, you got flexible muscles down there. Don't wait till you're my age, 385.
Magnum Dong.
But I think that you could almost have this like magic school bus-esque journey that they're going on. So
Yeah, okay.
they can still have that
Yeah.
innocence.
Yeah. No,
You know?
I like it. I love it. It's kind of like that book we talked about recently. Of it. What was it? The Christmas Carol.
Yep.
Christmas Carol.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like that, where it's like you're going through the ghosts of Christmas past kind of thing, but instead you're going through the like sexual history, and each
God.
one has its own story or whatever.
And every chapter that they go through, they're in the right attire, right? So there's costume changes nonstop. They are a part of the dance numbers, but almost like accidentally, like they're there and the dancers are pulling them.
Everyone
and
else
throwing
knows
them
the
around.
choreography, but them.
And then like the anal chapter, for example, like they both, at some point in the dance, they both get like bent over and sort of humped. So you can almost dance act out all of the different sexual things we're covering
Totally.
without having them like stand up and wipe their mouth and be like, sucking dick's not for me. I think you can almost tease it.
I absolutely 100%.
Yeah?
And I think the only directors I think that we should hire for this
here we
movie
go.
are the Daniels, because of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Have
Oh
you seen
my
Everything
God,
Everywhere
yes, of
All at
course I
Once?
have. Yeah.
So they do like the kind of like gross but really funny
Hot
and
dog
really
fingers.
childish so well. The hot dog fingers, that'd be perfect. The gotta put something in your butt to channel the
Oh my God, yeah, I
rat
forgot
person,
about.
and he like jumps onto the
the-
butt plug and the statue.
Yeah.
So this kind of stuff, that's the kind of humor I see in this. Like we would get them to handle it so that it's really funny, really silly, but it's not like it's sexual, but it's not sexualized.
Correct. Yes, that's what I was trying
Yeah.
to say before. Yes, Murray. Perfect.
Yeah. 100%. That we
Oh my
hire the
God.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Get Danny DeVito on the line.
Danny DeVito and the Daniels. All Dans. Dan.
I also see
Dan
it,
Stevens is in there. He's great
Get him in.
singer.
Daniel
yeah.
Craig.
Daniel Craig. He's not a good singer, but yeah, okay.
That's fine. He doesn't have to sing. He can just stand
Dance.
there and be like, flex, flex, flex.
Oh my God, this is great.
Oh my God, dang it, I had something for you. Right. Yes. I see this also kind of like a Mike Myers movie where Mike Myers plays everyone, but we just put him in different like costumes with different makeup. You know, like in Master of Disguise. Doesn't he play like multiple characters?
no, that's not Mike Myers.
Austin Powers? Yeah, it's Mike Myers. Austin Powers. He plays like 3 or 4
Yeah.
different roles.
But Mike Myers isn't in Master of Disguise. That's the other one. That's the one that plays opposite him in Wayne's World. And I can't think of him. The one that plays Garth. Ah, no. Why have you done this to me now? Anyway, continue. It's him.
So,
Oh,
but like
shit.
I think we do the Mike Myers thing, right? Where he plays like all the characters in the movie, but we just put him in different prosthetics. And so it's like Danny DeVito is all the characters in the movie.
Yep.
Or potential. Is it okay? This is my question: is it animated or is it live action? Because if it's animated, Danny DeVito's our guy. But I think if it's live action, Danny DeVito might not be our guy.
Why? Why if it's live action? Why? What's the reason for him not being the guy if it's live action? Just so I can understand your point.
Apologies to you, Danny DeVito, but I feel like all the dance numbers are like super high energy, really like over the top. And he's a little bit on the older side. So is he going to be as...
I don't feel like he needs to be the lead dancer in all of them.
But he plays all the characters. That's literally what the wheel spin was.
All the characters are mostly played by the same actor. So each chapter of the book is a different character, and Danny DeVito if you've ever seen him in Sunny, has a good range of playing different character types. Trust me,
All right,
he
fine.
does.
We'll look a bit. All right.
Look
okay.
up
All right, we'll look a bit.
Gabloigo, whatever his name is, the art director.
Then in this
character he
case,
plays.
art
Ongo Goblogian, the art collector.
people going on the journey also have to play the characters as well.
The characters, huh?
The characters in the story, as in like this is the
Oh,
first blowjob
yeah,
of mankind. It's
okay.
like they have to play the person who gave the first blowjob
That works
or
for
ate
me.
the first pussy.
It's a quantum leap scenario. Great.
I'm retarded.
That's so good. Yes.
They have to go on that journey to
They're essentially
kind
in
of have the
bodies.
same experience
Yep.
as this person, so that they can understand why this person liked what they were doing or whatever.
Yes, but the actual sex act is done through a musical dance number. It's not actually anyone
Yes.
performing on them. It is all swept up in a
It's
crazy
all
dance
dance.
sequence.
It's all
Yep.
metaphor. It's all like shadow puppets. I think there should be like whole shadow puppet scenes.
Hell
where the
yes.
shadow puppets are fucking.
Yeah, but Danny himself plays the Index, who's grumpy, and like we're just gonna get through this shit as
Any
quickly as we
extra
can.
characters.
Every
that are
chapter,
required.
yeah, I reckon every like topic that they cover, there's like a personality attached or like an embodiment of that. So each chapter title has a persona that Danny plays that takes them through that chapter.
Definitely. But
right?
I think he also plays all the background characters. So like crowds are just old Danny DeVito in like different wigs and stuff.
Wait, sure, it'd be fucking hard
That's
to
what the
pull
wheel
off.
spin is,
No,
man.
the
That's what it
characters.
is.
A background person is not a character.
Okay, fine. Not
That's
the, but like,
background.
and if they go into a shop, then
He's the shopkeeper.
is-
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We're on.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
Yeah,
with
he
you.
plays the moms. He plays the dads. He
Yep.
plays. Okay, great.
Excellent. Yes. Okay. And you know what? I think that we should, if we were saying to start with that this is effectively a Broadway musical being made into a motion picture, it should be feasible that it could be done on stage, which means most of these
Yes.
scenes would have 1 to 2 maybe characters other than the main characters, because one person is playing them. So when you think about it, like
Yeah.
it would, he plays the mum and the dad, but like the mum and the dad come in separately almost. There'd have to be a nod to the fact that there's costume changes happening non-stop
Yeah,
on the
okay.
person playing all the roles.
I agree with you. I totally agree. But I feel like because we're in a film, we can get away with it.
Sure.
We can,
Okay.
We can have like 2 Dannys in a scene or whatever. But I think you're right in that because it's a Broadway musical, it needs to feel theatrical. And what I thought you were going to say is like 1 to 2 locations. So like everything's a lot more contained inside the stories.
No. Oh, inside the individual stories. Yeah.
Inside the individual
100%.
stories. You know, like the Little Shop of Horrors is one place. So that story is like one thing. Rocky Horror Picture Show is one place. So that story is like one place.
I think maximum you'd have an interior and an exterior for each of these stories. So some of the musical numbers with the dance is done with like 2 to 4 people and it's quite intimate. And then potentially maybe like a gangbang or an orgy chapter. Oh, group sex. There's a chapter about group sex, right? And that would take place on like a street with like 50, 60 extras dancing and singing with them because it's symbolic.
Yeah,
you know,
but that also ties in exhibitionism as well, which
There
would
you
be
go.
the same thing.
yeah, there's a chapter on dogging.
Or on voyeurism too, probably. So what I want to circle back to this idea that I've been holding on to because it may or may not be relevant. That I mentioned before, which is when I'm calling him Danny as well. When the index gets overloaded and explodes,
Yep.
and the pages are all raining down, I had this image that each page becomes its own book, like as in like all of the kinks and sexualities and stuff are all valid in their own right. And I wanted to throw that idea out there. Because the book says there's only one. But if it explodes into like, say, 1,000 books, and it's like, you pick up the book the books that are like relevant for you, or I don't know if that does the reverse of the idea we're trying to sell.
Think it does, because the whole point of
Yeah.
the book is to get you to choose one, and which is what's your thing, you know? Like, that could be one of the Index's main songs. What's your thing? What's your poison?
I love
You know what
that.
I mean? Like,
Yes, lock that in.
like really Shit, like Danny DeVito, like not really doing a good performance is what I'm thinking of. That like real rough,
No, I
like
think he's
like
gonna nail the
Philatides.
performance.
Nah. I reckon it's gonna be like da 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 da, like, and that's it. Like it's like, okay, I'm tired now. Moving on. You know what I mean? Like I think
Like
it's
talk singing, like, "Hey kid,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
your thing? Kid, what's your thing?"
So I think that scattering it into individual books still, then you pick up
I
a book
agree.
and that's your thing. You know what
I
I
totally
mean?
agree.
I think it just needs to go. This list of everything
yeah.
and choose something within those walls. That's what they're doing, is they eradicating that idea.
Done. Okay, so I actually think in order to make this a rock solid film that isn't overloaded and overburdened, we should have about 6 to 8 songs in the entire thing.
Yep,
So
and reprises. Yep.
I want to figure out with you what are our songs.
Amazing. Okay. So I guess the very first thing that happens has to. Would you say the first chapter would be like hand stuff? It's just called hand stuff. Like, is it like hand stuff?
Handyman?
Hand stuff, mouth stuff, butt stuff. You know, or is it like missionary?
No, I think we go back even further. I think the first song is actually the 2 leads talking about their life and God and their relationship to themselves or whatever. You know, like it's almost the opposite of heavy petting.
Soaking. Soaking is something that comes up at
Do you
the
know that
end.
song? Is that the song? Soaking.
From heavy
From Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. I do. Is that touch me? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's almost the opposite. You know, it's like them trying to be. It's like because I think the first 10 minutes is setting up these characters.
Agreed.
And so they get their little song. And if we're looking at Rocky Horror Picture Show, that's Damn It, Janet, right? Is that the, no,
Yeah.
there's one before that. Is that the
Yeah,
first song?
there's a double feature, science fiction double feature is the first one, but that's intro credits. So technically, Damn It, Janet would be the first one, and Kate's probably
Which sets them up,
overhearing me
because
and
it's like-
rolling in her grave right now because that's her biggest movie of all time, and all we're doing is yelling out things from Rocky Horror. Yes, there's a
Because that
Damn
like
It,
sets
Janet
those
song.
characters
Yep.
up, right? That they want to get married. That's the central tension, whatever. So we need that first song to be like, what's their central tension?
Oh my god, it's that. That's literally what it is. It's them. They're engaged and they're gonna be
Okay.
married, and they've never had sex up until that point. So maybe their whole conversation is like, but what do we do? Like, what do you want me to do to you? Well, I don't know. What do you want done to you? And there's this whole thing of like, oh fuck, we finally had our chastity belts removed, and I don't know what I want to do with it first. You know, I'm a kid in a candy shop. Do I want gobstoppers? Do I want a lollipop? Do I want fudge?
So are they
I don't know.
engaged or are they? I think they need to be engaged
Yeah.
because if they're married, that's
It's engaged. They're engaged to be
because
wed.
then I think we got to have a whole song on like sexualities. Then like, am I gay? Am I bi? Am I? You know what I mean? Like, because if they've
Okay.
never tried anything, how can I marry? Like, do I want to marry this? Do I even want to be with you? Like, or do I want to be with you, but I also want to be with other people? So there's maybe some like polyamory in there.
I think the best thing we can do is really honor Rocky Horror because we're basically kind of doing a modern,
Cool.
in a weird
I'm
way,
fine.
right?
Yeah.
Let's-
I think that's a good framework.
How about it starts with one of their friends' weddings? Like, it literally starts the same as Rocky Horror, and maybe the groom is like, oh my god, like, and shakes hands with our male lead, and is like, yes, it's finally happening tonight. And he's like, what do you mean? What's happening tonight? He's like, I'm going to get some. I've heard so much about it, I can't wait. Anyway, gotta go, and leaves. And then the female comes, the chick comes up and is like, oh my god, like, we'll be married soon, we'll be just like them. And then it starts this spiraling, like, sort of paranoia about, oh my god, yeah, like, when we are married, what are we gonna do? Like,
Okay,
what's the
yes, definitely, but I think it should happen to both of them. So I
thing?
think
True, yep.
the groom should come up to the man and be like, we're gonna fuck, and then but the bride should also come up to the lady and be like, we're gonna fuck, and both of them are like, huh?
Oh my god,
Wait, that means we have to, like, we're next.
the first song
I
then-
caught the flowers. I caught the fucking bunch. Like, we are committed.
The first song then is almost like a split screen where it's the guy paranoid and worried amongst all his guy friends, and it's summer nights. It's summer nights.
Oh my god, that's exactly where my head was. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it ends with them sort of being pushed together because she caught the flowers, and everyone's saying, "You're next, you're next." And then it almost like the scene ends with them being super spooked. And then we get into them going into a library or.
Okay.
I heard rumors that this guy had this book. I think it's all bullshit, but the guys all
my
talk
God,
about it. You know what I
yes,
mean?
that's
And they're
the good
looking
motivation.
together.
So they were actually looking for the book. It's
Oh
like
my God.
I heard that priest Danny.
Priest is
That's
Jerry.
just what the
Jerry.
character's name is.
Jerry.
Jerry. Oh, fine, Jerry. Not a Dan though.
Jerry Daniels.
Donald. Priest Donald.
Nah, Jerry.
Donald Duck?
We haven't got a Jerry in
fine.
there at the moment. It's gotta be in there.
Priest Jerry, right? We heard that Priest Jerry has like a Kama Sutra book or something, or like he's not. Yeah,
He
So we're
took
gonna,
it
like,
off
break
someone.
into his private collection.
He took it off someone. That's why
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids know about it, or the teenagers know about it. Perfect.
I think they're like 20, 22. I think they're actually older. I don't
Sure.
think they're kids.
I can work with that. It's less creepy then. Yep.
Okay, you nailed it. The first song's name is actually You're Next. I think that's the song. No?
Yes. I was just
Okay, great.
stoked. This is so good. Okay.
You look like you were panicking.
All right, and then what we have then is the equivalent of There's a Light over at the Frankenstein Inn, which is like where they're driving to the hotel essentially, and there's like singing about what's coming. So there's like a song between them about like maybe this book can help us. I'm still scared. What if it's not even real? And then they find the book and it's triumphant music, and then it comes in with Danny DeVito being like, never had a friend like me from fucking Aladdin. So we have a number like that where he's explaining exactly how this book works and all the cool shit he has.
Does it? Is it a double? Like, does it go one song straight into the next one? Like his song explodes out of their song?
Out of their sad... No, theirs is less a song and it's more an interlude. They have like this like 30 odd seconds, like almost
Yeah,
like
cool.
just piano
It's almost like
keys.
I'm thinking
building
like
suspense.
Frights and Delights as a name, right?
Okay.
As in like we're frightened but we're delighted. Like we're anticipating a really fun journey, like because we want to find out, but we're horrified at the same time.
Of what it could be because we don't know what's coming. Yeah.
And I think they go into the church and we really sell it like Rocky Horror Picture Show, where rain, lightning,
Yep, it's got a really
spooky,
pay homage. We're paying homage.
paying
That's the
homage.
way
All
to-
the candles are like flickering. We're getting like some Omen vibes. And so when
Yeah.
they go and they open up this chest, like all this like smoke and evil spirity stuff like kind of comes out of it. And that's when they like pull out the Necronomicon, the mask. They pull out
Jumanji,
Jumanji,
yep.
all these like cursed objects.
And then Danny has a song. And then there's got to be like a contents song, which is a song. So there's the song explaining who he is and you guys are in for a night of your life and I'm going to make sure you know how to please your wife. There's going to be like a whole song like that. And then there's a non-song scene where they're talking to each other, you know, like it's just a normal scene on a stage like you'd imagine. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, what's inside of you? It's like, well, then. And then it's almost like a long parchment rolls out and he puts glasses on and starts like teasing
Oh my God, yes.
all the things that could come up there. And then he's like, there's something here about little boys. Let's just take that off the list, shall we? They can, you know what I mean? Like there'll be a few moments like that, which is like a nod to, we don't talk about this shit anymore. And then it, you know, like, where do you want to start? And they're like, let's start at the
Like-
beginning.
I can always imagine him being like, so you're both Catholic, right? Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh my God, what's the name of this movie, Murray? Because we've got 30 seconds.
Oh shit. Oh my God. I don't know. Well, the Book of Delights is what comes to my head, but
Oh God, why do we always do this shit? Every fucking episode. Yeah, go for it. Book of Delights. Or it's like the big book of sexual delights or something like that. It's got to
the
be.
Big Book of Sexual Delights.
And that's time.
That's like the little.
Oh man, we
What
got
is it, the Little Shop of Horrors, the Big
Yeah.
Book of Sexual Delights.
yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Big Book of Delights, whatever you want to call it, man. It doesn't matter. Oh my God, we could have got on for like another hour with this.
Oh my, absolutely.
So easy. But we can't
Um,
because it's time for you to tell people why they should
Oh my
go
God, we
and
didn't
see.
even get all the fucking songs in there. Okay, so I'm going to take you all on a magical journey, and I'm going to pitch to you the big book of sexy delights.
It made it.
Okay, so this is a comedy, a musical with a little bit of like soft horror, spooky elements to kind of emphasize the comedy, all kind of wrapped up in this like mythological bundle of magical realism that is ultimately one giant celebration of sexual positivity.
It's an homage to Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It is absolutely an homage to Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is one of my favorite musicals of all time. So we're going to lean very heavily on that structure. I think that's going to create like a really nice playing field for us to work inside of. And we're dealing with a couple, an ultra-religious couple, whose names are, what were they, Welsh?
Alice and Danny.
Alice and Danny. And they're young. They're only like 22 years old, but they're part of like an ultra-religious community. So they've never had any sexual experience before. But they find themselves now facing like a kind of ordained marriage for them. Like their families are pushing them together. Their religion is pushing them together. Their friends are pushing them together because the whole thing opens on a wedding. Their two best friends just got married. Who were the best friends?
That would be Jared and Maxine.
Jared and Maxine, beautiful couple. Also 22. Apparently that's just the age for
The
it.
age, yeah.
And they're super excited. They're like, oh my God, we're gonna bang. It's gonna be super hot. And we get this like wicked split screen between the two of them, where Jaden's telling all of his male friends and Danny's panicking, and Maxine's telling all of her female friends, and Alice is panicking. And this song is called You're Next because the kind of conclusion of the song is that Alice and Danny are next because Alice caught the flowers at the wedding, and Danny is forced to propose, as is tradition
On the
amongst this
spot.
community.
During
on the spot.
At the wedding. Yeah, naturally.
Someone actually like hands him a ring. She catches it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not ready." And they're like, "We are."
It's in the
Here you
bouquet.
go."
It's in the bouquet.
So good. It's in the bouquet. Amazing. And so they kind of have this little like interlude of like, we don't know what to do. If we're gonna get married, we're gonna have sex. So away we go. We're going off. We go to this priest who's meant to have this like Kama Sutra book that he confiscated. Spooky horror stuff happens. They open up this kind of magical chest that has all of these cursed objects, and it's like Jumanji, the Mask, Necronomicon, whatever. They throw them out the way and they find it. They find the big book of sexual delights. It explodes into like this big number called Big Book about Danny DeVito's character, the big book of sexual delight, introducing himself and all the content that's in there. And it's going to take them on a magical journey through the history of sex to find out the one thing that is preordained for them, kind of like a Christmas Carol style. Mm-hmm. We're going to go through about 4 different things. So like kind of 4 major songs, 4 major environments, but the film will insinuate that there were other chapters that they also experienced in between that we didn't get to see. And this is like a range of different things, from like the first person to ever give oral to like people who love anal. I don't know. That's one of the songs. Great. To exhibitionism is the 3rd song. To Welsh, help me out. What's the 4th
Group
song?
sex.
Amazing. So
Yep.
orgies, group sex. Yep. Love it. Polyamory.
Cucking.
Can get thrown in there as well. A big delight there. And it comes out and Danny's like, so kids, what's your thing? And they're like, none of this. We don't like this. And he freaks out. He's like, you gotta have a thing. And he has like a big number about everybody's got a thing. Everybody's got a thing. Because if they don't have a thing, then I don't have a purpose to be alive. And out of that, they force him to witness the internet because there's so many things that he doesn't have accounted for. It causes him to explode. And in the final end scene, help me out, Welsh, what are we looking at? We're looking at...
They end up deciding that they like many parts of everything and they're not grouped into one specific chapter. Sex is a spectrum, and they are excited to try out whatever they feel like on their wedding night.
Yes, and the closing song actually is
Everybody
he likes
Fucks.
some things that Everybody Fucks. Yes, that is the name. Everybody Fucks. That is absolutely the name. And he likes some things that she doesn't like, and she likes some things that he doesn't like, and the number is about them coming together, finding out where they're willing to
Love it.
compromise, what they're willing to explore, because everybody fucks.
Everybody Fucks. That's almost a good title for the movie too. But I don't
Everybody
think
Fucks?
I don't think we'd get it to a production state at that level unless it was a porno. Which the flip side of this is this could be
I
an
think it's a
elaborate
banging
porno.
song name. I don't know if it's the movie title.
Is it done like Everybody's Awesome from the Lego movie as well? Like it's really poppy and light, but it's like talking about shitting on people and, you know, choking each other out.
Yeah, why not? I get like jazzy, like do you know that Australian artist Harry Soulman?
Classic Murray move. Nope, never heard of them.
Oh my god, there's an amazing artist called Harry Soulman who does like these banging soul songs, and they're all just like super sexual, but they sound amazing. So I think it's kind of like that. But he has a song called "Fuck Everyone." Oh no, "Fuck Everyone." "Fuck Everything." That's one of his few non-sexual songs. But he's incredible. But I think it's like a big soul number at the end that everybody fucks with like ballads and shit.
I love it. I can't believe we pulled that off, getting the musical to start with. I'm so excited.
So good.
I feel like we may end up discussing way more about what the songs are and what they sound like in the after show. Make sure you follow us on our Patreon to access lots more content, because we are going to talk about all the songs that come up and all the sex positions between us. I love it. This was great fun. Thank you so much, Murray.
This is so good.
So good.
Thanks for coming on the journey with us, and for everybody else, we'll see you on the Patreon.
Thanks for letting us take you on a journey. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at Scripty Business for all our updates, and let us know what you thought of this week's episode. You can also follow us ourselves at Murray vs. the World and at SA Welshie to see what we're up to. Join the Patreon for access to bonus content and to unlock all previous seasons. Head to patreon.com/scriptybusinesspodcast today. We appreciate your help with us keeping the lights on and the cameras rolling, and we got some extra surprises in store, so watch this space as we grow. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode. Until then, stay awesome. We love you. Scripty Business is a Soul Hole production, hosted by the P Zinner Network. You've been listening to Murray Curtis and Luke Wilkinson Turner.